You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Latkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and folks, the 4th of July, July the 6th, London, England, Cardiff, Wales, LFC is coming with this Independence Day 2 and the Union Knockouts. My goodness gracious, folks. Underground Knockouts, Independence Day 2. What a great event when it comes to the world of LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships. And today are two of my guests who are representing Team UK going into this Independence Day events. We have Goth Delilah and we have Miss Amber Phoenix. Ladies, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. First and foremost, number one, welcome to LFC. And number two, it is a great addition to have you both on the UK team as you take on Team USA. How are you both feeling? Because this is the first time ever that the LFC has been to the UK. I mean, we've been to the Europe for Bratislava back in the day with LFC Eurobash, but first time in the UK. How are you both feeling going into this event?
I'm really excited. I can't wait. I don't know what to expect, to be honest, because it's my first time. So, yeah.
How about yourself, Amber?
It's my first time as well. I'm excited. I'm also quite nervous because also I don't know what to expect. I've been watching some of the LFC shows just so I can sort of like get prepared. But yeah, I don't know what's going to go down.
Yeah, same.
I look at it from the stands too. When I look at two women like yourself, both of you have that statuesque, that internal and external beauty that really defines what we get to see in the Lingerie Fighting Championships. So we'll start it off here because, and Amber, I'll go to you first on this one, because when you think of what you do with these sessions wrestling as well, and we get to see a lot of your stuff from the modeling side of things, you really stay positively proactive as far as weightlifting goes. Talk about how you got doing like the wrestling side as well as even getting into what we get to see with the weightlifting side, because you really keep yourself in shape. You're constantly on the grind. It's great to see.
Oh, thank you. I try my hardest. I've been into weightlifting for quite a few years, actually. It's like my therapy. I find it like really good for my mental health. It just makes me feel strong and happy, and I just can't live without it. It's definitely like a drug to me, and I like that buzz and that feeling. Once I've been in the gym and pushed myself, I feel empowered and I feel stronger mentally and physically. So I'm really addicted to weightlifting, and I think it helps me in wrestling quite a lot. I'm fairly strong. My legs are probably my strongest point because I love leg day. I do 2 leg days a week, and I'm really building up my thighs, and I love crushing people with my thighs. It's my signature move. I love to see them squirm. It's my secret weapon. And in terms of wrestling, actually Delilah is responsible. She kind of got me into wrestling in the first place. She was the first person I met in the scene, and she was just so friendly and really supportive of other female wrestlers. She really helped me. She gave me tips. She gave me a little bit of training, actually, and showed me some of the moves. And I just loved how supportive and how she was with me. And I had so much fun wrestling with Delilah that I then pursued it on my own, and I just wanted to get into it more. And I was just so excited to find out more and carry on with it, really. So that's how it started.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And Delilah, I'll go over to you now, because both of you, and I'll say this right now, if you guys have not checked out these two over here, great chemistry one another, both get to showcase preferences of body scissors, head scissors, thighs, everything that really works of what we get to see with the holes that are engulfed in the world of professional wrestling. So Delilah, I'll go with you as well. You have the wrestling side of things. You got the dom side of things down. Talk about what really kind of gravitated towards this world, because my God, you certainly showcase your strengths, the sex appeal, and everything that goes within your own work in your own right.
So, well, I got to say that I've always been interested in being strong and feeling strong since I was a kid. My myth was action man. I wanted to be action man. I didn't like Barbies. I wanted, to play with guns and just be a bit. I was that type of kid, And then growing up, this just became stronger, and I went into powerlifting. And I did some competitions. I won some medals as well. And then I got bored after a while because it's pretty much the same 3 lifts over and over. It's a squat, bench press, and deadlift. And then when I moved to London, this was in 2018 or 2019, I think. Yeah. I was already in BDSM. I used to go to a lot of BDSM parties. I was interested in fandom. And here I found out that this was actually a profession and that I could make a living out of it. So that's how it started. And then there's a place, it's called Submission Room in London, and Pippa manages this. And she also has a dungeon, which is called Serpent's Rooms. And I used to go there sometimes for sessions. And one time I crossed paths with Pippa, the owner. And she said, why don't you come to a wrestling training session? We're looking for more girls to do some wrestling. And, it didn't really fit my aesthetic. So I like the idea of dominating someone. I've always liked to choke my play partners and all that. But I never liked the wrestling. Like I was saying before to you off camera, like WWE style, very theatrical, but it's a bit cheesy. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't like the cheesiness. I like a raw, dark experience, and that's my style. And I think I started wrestling and I actually enjoyed it a lot. And I tried to bring my style, my aesthetic, my darkness into the wrestling. So I mix a lot of doming with wrestling in sessions as well as in videos. But I think also my grappling style is a bit like that, because also I train jiu-jitsu. So since that day I started training jiu-jitsu because I wanted to improve and I wanted to be strong for real, and I kind of like to take the piss out of my opponents. I like to do some feet chokes and some nasty stuff. I like the nasty stuff. That's me. That's my style.
No, and I mean, it's actually funny that you mention it, because Delilah and I were talking off camera about the cheesiness that is the WWE. I look at it like this, and I'll say this from the American side here. Like, we had so many wrestling companies growing up, like WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW. Like, a lot of people gravitated more towards ECW, which was Extreme Championship Wrestling, because yes, you had the wrestling, but you had the hardcore style with chairs and tables and whatnot. So you added a different element to what you got to see what wrestling is really in the hardcore side of things. But also at the same time, too, you have the characters, you have the aesthetics, you have everything. But once you know the holds, like you mentioned, the jiu-jitsu and everything, which is an art form and a discipline in itself, you apply that and you up and amplify the sexiness, so to speak. And with a name like Goth Delilah, for God's sake, come on, man. There's the aesthetic, there's everything that goes into the culture, that goes into the art. So it's you, but you're amplifying yourself up to the 100th decimal, so to speak.
Yeah. This feels like me 100%. I'm at that point in my life where I'm happy with who I am. Yeah, definitely.
And Amber, I will ask this you as well. For you, and I know Delilah's very much confident, as we can see what she does, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. That's strong and empowerment. But for you, Miss Amber Phoenix, you talk about staying positively proactive, really staying on the side, both of you, with your acumen, your work regimen, so to speak. I got to ask you, Amber, my goodness gracious, let's talk about it on your side of things. It's great to see the strength and the stature in your own right, but it's really, I got to say, it's really building your confidence in your own right.
Definitely. Before the wrestling, I was going through some really hard times in my life, and I often struggled with lack of self-confidence and self-belief. But the wrestling has really helped me with that. It's made me feel like I've become a person that I never thought that I could be, and I feel so much more powerful and empowered by it. So that's why I really love it. It gives me so much confidence, and it makes me feel like I'm a better version of me.
I think that's the most beautiful part about it, really, the empowering side of things and being the best version of yourself. I always use this phrase when it comes to this show. It's about being the best representation of your presentation. You're representing yourself and presenting yourself very well, and I think that goes with everything. And I got to ask you, because, and Delilah, I'll go to you on this one first. You being a fan of LFC, even before getting into wrestling, like, you get to see all the great clips that we all see on our social media fronts when it comes to the great product that is Lingerie Fighting Championships. For you, how important and how keen is that even in your right, just to see how dominant you are and how everything that goes into what you do within your craft, to see the craft of sexiness mixed with MMA, mixed with wrestling, and just seeing badass women really at the forefront, so to speak, within this fine product.
Oh, that was a long question. Sorry, my attention span just went out of the window.
Okay. I'll repeat the question. I was going to say with the LFC. No, you're totally fine. I can repeat it. Within LFC, I always love the fact that it really just shows the strong and domineering presence of women. And I got to ask you, in your own right, with you being the strength that you have and what we get to see on the Dom side, even being a fan before getting into wrestling and really what you're doing, how awesome is it to see really women like this being into the forefront as well and really showcasing their sexiness?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's amazing. You're giving a great platform to all of us. And I know for some people it can look sexist because it's like, oh, but you're looking at these women fighting in lingerie. This is so, how can I say? I read some comments like you don't give value to the real women doing sports and all that. But I think it's actually the opposite. It's empowering women in what they want to do. I'm very happy to do this. Amber is very happy to do this. I'm pretty sure everyone, all the girls that you have they feel very empowered in participating in a federation, and this is freedom, and being sexy is nice, is fine. There's nothing to be ashamed of being sexy and being powerful as well. So
I like that you actually put that, because I've always said this, and in today's day and age, I think you have to be more open to expanding your horizon, so to speak. I mean, there's a common phrase that always used to be back in the day of let your freak flag fly. I look at it like this: in today's days, with everything being normalized, it's okay not only just to be different, but also at the same time be unique as well. You know what I'm saying? Showcase your preferences, really let it out. And with lingerie fighting championships, there's really nothing wrong with it. I don't see it as being sexist much, like you said. You have to look at it as an art, like a fine art, when you're looking through the lens of what you get to see with beautiful imagery as well as videos. It's all about how you view it through the right lens, so to speak. And some people may not have that right lens. That lens may be blurry, for God's sake. But I think if you have the right lens and the right eyes, you get to see the beauty for what it is. Amber, same question with you, because I look at it from a stance like this as well. We get to see how sessions wrestling in its own right has really taken over, showcases that empowerment, and it kind of amplifies and really kind of synergizes with LFC. Talk about even that side of things, man, because you get to see the empowerment and just the beauty and evolution of women.
Yeah, it is a lot to this question, but I think it's great, and I think that it's sort of showing women in a more powerful position, because there's a lot of skill involved in it. You need to know the moves, you need to put on a show, you need to be a character. It's not just looking pretty in underwear. So it is showing that powerful side of women as well, and the skill to it. So it's not just as simple as, you know, something like modeling. So that's why I think it's really great, and that's why I love it.
And I look at it from a stance like this. You brought up a great point with modeling. Even you both did. I look at it like this. We're in a day and age, and I'll even say this to the upfront most respect with the both of you. It goes into a stance of people just see it and view it for the lingerie side of things. But it's like, hold on a second, let's slow down here, because it's like, hey, we got women both like yourselves here on this fine program that lift weights, that work out, that train to get to what we need to do to perform said craft in the ring. So it's people's mindsets that kind of get kind of miscued, so to speak. There's always that kind of misinterpretation, so to speak, of like, hey, man, it's women in lingerie, but they're badasses and they're athletes and they train hard. There's a lot that goes into everything. There's layers and levels to this, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I look at it like this as well, and we'll go on to this next point here, because you two have great chemistry. And Delilah, I'll start with you. Talk about the Max Academy, man, because I've seen a lot of the videos that both of you do. Let's go into this, just because, my God, love the work, love the thighs, like everything that goes into it. Talk about working with Max Academy, man.
Yeah, so Amber and I have been at Max Academy twice. So the first time, it was for my birthday, and actually Siren's birthday as well. We are birthday twins. We went to Croatia, and so they are amazing. Like, they treat us so nicely. They are really sweet, and they take care of us from how we sleep, from what we eat, transportation, everything. They took care of everything, and then they organize the clips. So then we film. It's just really fun. And this last time we were in Poland, and we had an amazing underground ring. We had an underground area just for us, and there were Angelica Ko. There was Little Goth Bat from. Is she from Manchester, Amber?
From
Liverpool.
Is she German? I don't know.
Yeah, she's a bit from everywhere, but then she was anyway. And then there was Dolly from Hungary. Sorry, Hungary is how we say it. And then
there was Minnie as well.
Minnie,
is it Minnie?
Yes, yeah, Minnie. And then that's it. Am I missing someone, Amber?
We think. No, I think that was all of us. It seemed like a lot of girls because there's all the Max Academy girls as well.
Yeah,
but
German guy.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
I said just the German guy as well.
Oh yes, we had the customer as well, which was super fun because we got to beat him up, and that was empowering. But the thing about the Max Academy that I like is that it's like a company run by women, kind of for women, which is a really supportive aspect of it. So it's really safe and supportive, which is why I like personally going there.
Yeah, I agree.
Back over to you. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. First of all, I love both of your guys' passions. It definitely does exude and accentuate. I mean, I love how you've also brought that in together because here in the States, I got to say, even more professional wrestling companies are more ran by women. And I think that's the best part of it, to have that support group, to have that tight-knit faction, if you will. I think that's needed more in today's society within the sport and with any art and craft, so to speak. So I look at it like this, man, because y'all have also worked with Saskia Sharman. And I got to say, Saskia, if you guys have not heard, Saskia just put it on her social media. She is going to be the ref for the LFC event in Cardiff. So welcome.
I wrestled her for a custom clip.
Yes. So congratulations to Saskia on that. We look forward to seeing you at the Cardiff event. So she's another one, my God, another one who stays positively proactive, really showcases her weight and her size and stature of what she does. Amber, I'll start with you on this one because Saskia is a fireball, man. I love Saskia and what she does. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, I really love working with Saskia. I think I was drawn to her because we're both really super into the gym. So I think that was one of our main connections because we both love lifting weights and we're both mad into that. So when we got together, we were just talking about gym stuff, and it was like two total gym banners like connecting. And I love working with her because she's actually really skilled at wrestling and jiu-jitsu. So and also because I know her a bit, she's very strong, but she's also really safe, to wrestle with, to roll with. So I always feel really happy and safe that I can totally let go and get a bit wild and crazy and put all my efforts into it and really have a really wild fight with her in a safe way. And she's got really great energy as well, and she's just brilliant. I really like working with her, and I couldn't recommend her enough.
Well, that's the thing too, and I mean, and Delilah, I'll go to you as this one as well. I think, and I mentioned this before we came on the show, I agree with it within interviewing and with everything in life. Accommodation and comfortability is key. And Amber, then I'll hit you on with this question as well, but I'll start with you, Delilah. Talk about how awesome is it from the clientele side of things, the people that you get to work with the Dom side and see what people are really into. How important is the accommodation and comfortability? Because you can give an ass whooping and you can also go out there and showcase your stuff. But my God, woman, with the Dom style, the clients have got to be awesome for you, man, because everybody really does enjoy the Dom style, the wrestling style. It's got to be awesome just to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's a variety of men as well that are interested in this kind of stuff. And it can be a submissive man, but it can just be a man who's interested in the sport, or just a man who admires strong women. There's a variety. I really like to meet all the different people, from in the scene, and to see what everyone is into, if it makes sense.
Oh, it absolutely does. I think in today's day and age, like we mentioned earlier, I think preferences are key. And I think what's really great is you get to tap into what a lot of men like and what we're really interested in. And I can speak from the male point of view. As we even get older and how we age and how we evolve and revolve, so to speak, we get to find what we like, and then we get to meet amazing women like yourselves, for example, to really explore. So I think that's the beneficiary part. Amber, I'll ask the same question with you, because with you, with your clientele, with what you get to see as well, how awesome is it to see how sessions wrestling really has come into the main front as well, that not just you two are doing, but really a lot of people are really interested in. It's kind of like an underground thing, but we're really introducing a lot of people to the world of sessions wrestling.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's kind of getting a little bit more out there, because I've been doing it for a little while now, and it used to be that there wasn't too many customers and there wasn't too much work, but lately in recent times I've seen like a lot of new customers coming to session wrestling that have never tried it before, don't quite know what it is, just want to give it a go. So it's really, really exciting, and it's really nice for me to see that, because it's an amazing experience, and I love it when someone has a first session. It's probably like one of the best, because they don't know what they're in for, they don't know what to expect, and they usually have a great time, and it's really special. So it's really nice for me to be able to introduce this world to someone. So I really enjoy that aspect of it, and I'm really happy that it is kind of gaining more momentum, that it's getting a little bit more known about and out there, because it's brilliant, and it's a really lovely special experience that I think it's important that more people know about. So yeah, I'm happy for this.
Absolutely. First of all, I love that. And I look at it from a stance too as well. In today's day and age, I always use this phrase, how it's united, not divided. We have to really be like that. I use a united front, because there's too much of this, y'all, when it comes to social media just in general, not more of this. I think with what y'all are doing, I think from the empowering side of things and showcasing the internal but yet external beauty within your works and yourselves, I think it's great to bring people together and really get to see what people are into, and also to explore, like we mentioned. But if you're gravitating towards things, that's what you have to do. It has to have that gravitational pull, so to speak. So you really are pulling it together with everybody that you have clientele-wise. So I got to give you much love and respect and kudos to both of you amazing ladies.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, let's talk about it, y'all, because when you think of LFC, there's that L. It's the lingerie side of things. Now, from the moment you walk through that curtain, the entrance, everything is a presentation, and it's definitely something that creates moments and memories. So, Delilah, I'm going to start with you over here, my goth friend. Let's talk about it, man, because from the LFC side of things, the lingerie, what are we thinking going into this for the style and aesthetic of the lingerie? What are we thinking, Delilah?
So, well, if you understood something about me from our little conversation, is that I believe that presentation is everything, and how you look is a form of power at the end of the day. Seduction is very powerful. So I'm gonna try to bring my all my power with me, and I think I'll go for a all goth look. I'm gonna try to make myself stand out a little bit. Might go with lace, might go with leather. We'll see, maybe, depending on the fight.
I got to say, man, styling and profiling, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. I know you're definitely going to rock it, Miss Delilah. And same question over to you, Miss Amber. Let's talk about it, man. The style, the aesthetic that goes into the lingerie. What are we thinking?
Well, if you've seen my pages or know about me, you'll know that I'm really bright, and I love to be colourful, and I just love bright colours. And also my name, Phoenix. I'm going to have to bring the Phoenix element into this, and the fire element. So it's definitely going to be something really bright, something really colourful, and something to represent the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Which is what wrestling is to me. So it's definitely going to be Phoenix and fire themed, but that's all I can tell you right now. I want to keep some secrets.
Fair enough. I love the little appetizer, and I love the little teaser from you both. And I got to say, folks, once again, July 4th, happy Independence Day, dare I say, Independence Day from LFC, Team USA versus Team UK. I got to say this right now. And as I said, as of the American side of these things, and we got the across the pond over here, y'all, I'm excited to see who you face from our side, and I'm excited to see what you ladies do over there on the UK side of things. But last podcast, we had on Coach Joel Kane. Now, Coach Joel Kane is the coach for LFC for Team USA. Let me tell you something right now. I love Joel, and I love him to death. But can I tell you something right now? He's got that little bit of chatterbox in him. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of trash talking. And I'm asking him, I'm saying, hey, Joel, what are your thoughts on this event coming in? What are you thinking? He's like, I don't even care what the UK has, Nadia Sapphire, who he said he's going to crush you. And he hasn't even hit UK soil yet. He's already talking trash. That's what this Joel Kane is. So I got to ask you both, to respond to that because I got two great UK members here. What are your thoughts on this, man? Because he hasn't even hit the UK soil and he's already talking trash, Coach Joel Kane. We'll start with you, Delilah, because you have great trash talking vibes about you too and your synastry and seduction. What are your thoughts on this? We're going now to what we get to see here in the UK as well as Wales for the July 6th show. So the UK takeover of LFC is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great. We're kind of going global now with the show in Japan, and now this coming up. LFC in the UK. I mean, heading back out to Europe, get to crown another European champion. I think it's going to be fantastic.
And how awesome is it for you? Because on the other side of things, it's a US versus UK event. Get to showcase the finest talents of the world internationally and stateside. For you, representing Team America for LFC, and I'm not talking about Team America World Police, America, fuck yeah. But let's talk. Let's talk about how you're getting to represent Team America for LFC going into this UK event, because I got to say, you have a crop of great talents, especially the LFC European champion, Jolene the Valkyrie Hex, right at the forefront. How awesome is that?
I think it's great. I think it's great to have Jolene back. She's got the energy. She's got the excitement. She always does great, especially when we're out of the country, and she spends half her time out of the country anyways. So she's all about this. It's going to be fantastic. I think it's a great honor to be coaching Team USA. I think it's a wise choice to take the winningest coach over with you. I think the fighters might be a little bit of an issue. I know I've had some beef with some of them. There's a lot of the pink team coming, so I think I've got a really great backdrop of fighters on my side. Winning some of the other ones over is going to be interesting, but I think everyone's gonna be fighting for their country. So we gotta put it all aside and just have fun with it.
Absolutely. And one of the top names that we get to see represented on the UK side of things, we got Nadia Sapphire coming around. We've seen her doing her thing with her promotion in the UK. She's wrestled the likes of Lana Austin, who's been on TNA as well as NXT UK. She's been there with a lot of the great ones. So how exciting is it for you to see someone like a Nadia Sapphire come in for the UK side of things?
I'm not excited. I'm not. I'm going to have a great, I got some beautiful, wonderful, strong fighters of my own going to be on my side. That's all I'm going to be worried about and paying attention to. Whatever. I'm not impressed. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
The US is looking to reign supreme on the UK. So for Joel Kane, my name is Mike Larkin. Thank you so much for listening. And Joel, do you have any final words for your UK comrades, you ambassador?
We're going to crush you. We're going to crush you.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to traveling all the way across the pond just to embarrass you.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I want to see him speak directly to my face and say the same exact things.
Beautiful. Amber, you want to retort to that? I don't know if you can retort to that, but what can we say to that, Amber? What are you thinking?
I think that Team USA might be in for a shock, and some of them might get burnt.
I felt that in my soul.
Strikes again.
I felt it in my soul. I'm friggin' blazing up in my soul here. My goodness gracious.
I mean, looks are deceptive. I always appear so sweet and innocent and bubbly and bright, but let me tell you, when I get into the ring, there's no messing around. I'm really tough and I'm really strong, and I'm looking forward to throwing some people around.
Do me a favor. If you do see Joel Kane, just go after him. Just put a thigh scissor on him. Just put that scissor on him for me.
But I'll have one side, Delilah will have the other.
There you go. Okay.
I'll do my dirty moves.
Joel Kane, we coming for you. I like both of your.
I like some nerve holds. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Just friggin' the pushing point right there. I like your style. Okay. Now, I have to ask this as well, because Amber Phoenix over here, I wanted to ask you, because the body is a canvas as well as a temple. You, my friend, have amazing tattoos, and I wanted to ask you. You're very welcome. I wanted to ask you about the ink side of things, because tattoos really have a lot of great stories behind them. What are some of your favorite tattoos you got? Because my God, man, you're really rocking it with the ink.
Thank you. I've got loads. Probably one of my favorite ones is my actual Phoenix tattoo, like my name, which is here, which was one of my first tattoos, and it signifies everything about me. It was when I was going through a really shit time in my life, and I got this tattoo to symbolize that I was going to rise again, just like the Phoenix, stronger than ever from the ashes. And it's something I try to live by. So it's definitely one of the most meaningful for me. And I have a full arm of bird tattoos on this arm, actually. And the other one that I really like is my two magpies. If we can quite see them, I've got two. there. Which is for good luck, 2 for joy. So that's my good luck tattoo. And I believe that will help me a lot in the LFC. Not that I need luck, but I'll have extra good luck as well as my Phoenix power.
That is beautiful, my dear friend. Now, Delilah, I'm going to ask you because, as they say, it's all in a name. Now, love the goth style, love the goth vibes. And I got to ask you, what kind of gravitated you towards the goth stuff? Because I got to say, I love it. I love the style. I love the aesthetic. And it's really everything is so unique. It's so different. And it's very, very cool that matches with the style and aesthetic. So talk about the goth style, man, because I got to say, really fits you perfectly. And you really do pull it off. I got to say, I love it.
Well, thank you so much, first of all. So second, this is actually me, so it's not just a mask that I wear for the show. I've been like this since I was 13, 14. I started with being interested in occultism and metal music and goth music. So new wave, industrial in the 90s. I would say my favorite type of music is industrial goth. So I know a lot of purists, they're stuck with the new wave in the 80s and just The Cure, and that's all you can listen to, or Sisters of Mercy, or Siouxsie and Banshee. But I prefer actually the 90s wave, which is a bit mixed with metal. So that's why I also like some, I'm not just velvet and I don't know, my makeup is quite modern. It's not, I don't know if you're familiar with the goth scene, but there are different subgenres. So I would say I'm mostly the 90s type of movement. And yeah, I just enjoy the music. I enjoy the culture. And then there's a big overlap between BDSM and the kinky world and goth. So it was kind of a natural, just a natural way for me to be. I don't know. That's just me.
No, you said that beautifully. I think it's also you staying true to yourself, and I think that's beautiful. That goes within your being, my friend. And I mean, I think that's really cool. I mean, this woman pulled out The Cure out of here, for God's sake. My goodness gracious, taking it back to the 80s. But I mean, I like the style, I like the aesthetic. There's so many groups and bands that go to here. I mean, in the States, we've had the Marilyn Mansons. We've had so many people that go into like the goth, the rock, and emo, so many different genres. But I think if it speaks to a lot of people, which music does, and especially to the style and aesthetic and the culture, I think that's wonderful. And I mean, who doesn't love a good rock while you're getting whipped and chained in the dom side of things, man? It just amplifies the experience even more.
Bread and butter.
Absolutely, the bread and butter. And it's like a hand in glove, so to speak. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, yes, exactly. Now, my dear friends, I will say this, because not only do I have two badass women, two beautiful women, but you two are two smart sons of guns, and I definitely want to have you back on for a round 2 after the LFC fights and what we get to see from your events. You two have been an absolute pleasure to pick the brains of. I appreciate both of your times.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's been fun.
You're very welcome. Now, I always love to ask this question as well, because pearls of wisdoms are key. Like my 9th grade teacher, Mr. Marino, once said, it's all about the knowledge and what you can obtain and adapt to. And I'll start with you, Miss Goth Delilah, over here. Let's talk about the pearls of wisdom. What advice would you give to someone who wants to get into wrestling, maybe do some of the dom side of things and really experience that craft? What advice would you give, and what are some of the pearls of wisdom, so to speak?
I would say try to go to some events first. Well, depending on where you are, because I just know the London scene, because that's where I am and that's all that I know. So I would say if you're in London, go to one of the events and have a look at how the girls wrestle, and also see which girls are more approachable or which girls seem more friendly. And I think there's a lot of jealousy. There can be a lot of jealousy because there's competition. Of course, it's an industry where girls technically compete against each other all the time. So you have to find a girl who can help you and can mentor you and can give you some good tips and maybe can help you train without jealousy, which is not easy to find. But I was lucky enough to find some good women who helped me in my career. And that's why I try to do the same. So, for example, with Amber, when I met her, she was already an amazing model, and she was doing other projects. And then I kind of pulled her into wrestling because I thought, she's so muscular and she's so fiery, and she's got this fighting spirit. So I saw something in her, you know. So I tried to pull her in. Of course, if she didn't want, she wouldn't have come. But also I have Medusa. So I've trained a couple of girls, and now I think I have my eyes on 2 or 3 girls in the scene that I want to help out, because I think they can be big, and I think we can grow together as a community, and we can help each other rather than, you know, hate each other and try to be nasty. That's how I live the scene. So if you're a new girl, I would say try to find someone like me who's not jealous and who tries to help you out and teach you some useful skills. That's my tip.
No, that's beautifully said. I think in today's day and age, and to add on to your point, I got to say it's all about existing to inspire, right? We exist as human beings to inspire one another. So I like your style. That was beautifully said. Amber, I'm going to move it on over to you, my friend. What are some of your pearls of wisdom and advice? Please go ahead.
Oh, I think Delilah covered some good points, because I was lucky enough to have Delilah at the beginning. So I was very blessed, really, because she sort of really helped me out, trained me up, and really introduced me to it in a really safe, supportive way. So I was super lucky. So I guess the only other thing would be to go to some basic training for wrestling or jiu-jitsu or some classes, because I think it's important to have some basic level of skill just so that you're safe in sessions in case anything should happen, so that you can look after yourself, which I think is important, especially if you're going to offer semi-competitive sessions. If you're just doing fantasy, then it should in theory be safe anyway. But if you're going to go into semi-competitive wrestling, I think it is important to have some basic holds and moves for your own safety, really.
Mm-hmm.
I like your style. Keep it safe, keep it spectacular. Amazingly said, and you're right as well, Miss Amber Phoenix. Now, y'all, once again, LFC 43, Independence Day 2, LFC 44, Underground Knockouts, Cardiff, Wales. I do have to say, I do have to give a shout out as well, not only to these 2 amazing women for just being awesome guests, but we also have on this card Angelica, the Italian knockout Cole, who I know you both know very, very well, who's going to be on this card. Sheena, the Hungarian Hurricane Bathory. Angelica, Sheena, we love you both, and we're both excited to have you on this fine LFC program once again. Sheena has only lost 1 bout. Angelica is undefeated, so I know that they are going to look to continue to amplify those wins. Man, you got Nadia Safa on your team. We got a lot of great women on this card, from LFC European champion Jolene Hex, from LFC champion Bella Inc., for LFC Booty Camp champion Bella Madison. You do not want to miss these 2-night extravaganzas in London, UK, as well as Cardiff, Wales. And before I close this out, you 2 are great follows on social media. You both bring the awesomeness with your imagery as well as your videos. So I will start with the Phoenix over here, rising from the ashes. Okay. Amber Phoenix, where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram. I think it's Amber Phoenix Fox, with 2 X's on the end of Fox. So it's a bit of a long one, but yeah, I have a lot of my videos and wrestling stuff, and also my modeling. I just put everything on Instagram, like my whole life, traveling, life, gym. I just put it all on there because I like it to be real. I don't want it to be, you know, just all this polished, sort of almost like a fake life on there with just modeling and polished images. I like to put real stuff on there too, and just day-to-day bits and just real life. So hopefully you'll find that on there. I'm on X or Twitter. I call it Twitter still as well, with the same name too. So hopefully people can find me.
I call it Twitter too still as well. So don't
okay.
I got you. But no, that's amazing. So definitely follow Amber as well on socials. You get the whole enchilada, if you will, the whole shebang, so to speak. And speaking of shebang, my goodness gracious, Goth Delilah, where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so you can go on X/Twitter or Instagram. It's Goth Delilah LDN, which stands for London. Okay. So that's my @ and then you can find me on Loyal Fans. I think it's just Goth Delilah on Loyal Fans. I do live streamings every Sunday. I try to, at least, where I knock out some poor guys most of the time. And then on Clips for Sale, yeah, it will be more active from the next month onwards.
Links will be in the
Oh, I forgot to say, sorry, I have loyal fans as well. I forgot that one. But there is a link to it on my Instagram because I can't remember the exact username. But I've got like one of those link tree things with all of my loyal fan stuff on there too.
Thank you. Links will be in the description. Don't apologize. You're totally fine. I'll make sure the loyal fans and everything is in the description below this fine audio and video on the YouTube channel, which is S&M Network Shows, and of course, LFCfights.com, the VIP section. Become a VIP member today because you get to see a lot of great events like LFC 43 and LFC 44 featuring these two dynamos over here and so many great fighters of the Lingerie Fighting Championships, as well as Coach Joel Kane, who we mentioned the trash talking earlier. If you want to see some clips of Joel Kane getting thrown into the pool, yes, that's become a synonymous thing because he doesn't stop running his mouth, and that boy has been going to the pool. So if there's a pool over there in the UK or any type of water and you just want to throw him through it, you have my blessing. Because
That's the sea.
Yeah, it'll be, and it's absolutely freezing, let me tell you. It's not nice.
Or the river towns right here. So.
Fight! Gonna kick some.
I'm winning by decision.
I train hard for what I get, and I have more experience in all of them.
Well, I don't know if you're more experienced than all of them, but you're definitely prettier than all of them. And that's something, right? That's something good.
Yeah. You know what, Joe? You're a very funny guy.
I am. I'm hilarious. Thank you.
It's not that I didn't have faith in her, it's just that I didn't believe that she would win.
You're supposed to believe in me.
I do.
Really?
I believe in you.
You know, I didn't do this. I didn't want you.
I like a challenge, so that's something. Yes.
She took it really poorly, you know. I'd say, even as far as say she took it unprofessionally. She actually threw me in the pool, which is becoming sort of a thing. I don't really understand that. I'll take care of it, okay? Well, I got thrown in the pool again, let me tell you that much, just to start off with.
I want you to compliment my outfit for tomorrow, just to make up for it.
It's not the tablecloth again, is it? I'm done with pools.
We love you, Joel, but god dang it, man, shoosh, to be the bluntest of terms. So you want to check out Joel, Leon, and the great LFC personnel. It's LFCfights.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lingerie Fighting Championships. As I always say within this fine program, Forbes, life is an art form. We're all applying our crafts. Continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion. And ladies, do you have any final words before Independence Day? Team USA, Team UK. You got any final words for the Team US of the A?
Hail Satan.
Amber, you want to follow that?
Yes, UK's gonna burn it down.
I love it. I love the competition so much. Ladies and gentlemen, as the title of the show states, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Goth Delilah, Amber Phoenix, I include you both in those sentiments. Thank you, ladies, so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.